I'm going to go ahead and call the March 22nd board meeting to order and ask everyone to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I will ask our deputy clerk to call the roll.
Trustees Nierdowski,
Present.
Ingraffia,
Present.
Keenly,
Present.
Supervisor Sweeney,
Present.
Highway Commissioner Nierdowski is with us.
Okay. And then Trustee Saturn could not join us this evening.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. We have a quorum present. Item C, public comment. There is nobody from the public here physically at the meeting. Is there anybody online, Kevin? No? Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Are there any items any of the board members would like removed from the consent agenda? Okay, hearing none. Any items on the consent agenda any trustees would like to discuss? Okay, hearing none. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So move.
Moved by trustee Nierdowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Ingraffia. Any further discussion? All those in, I'm sorry, roll call, please.
Trustee Nierdowski,
Aye.
Trustee Ingraffia,
Aye.
Trustee Keenly,
Aye.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Okay. Consent agenda is approved. Okay, item E, discussion and potential action on the approval of minutes. Our deputy clerk caught one item. I'm going to bring it to your attention from the minutes from the regular board meeting, February 22nd. Under new business, item A, a vote was not recorded in the minutes, but the deputy clerk went back and watched the video. Trustee Nierdowski made a motion to approve the annual town meeting agenda. Trustee Keenly seconded that motion, and it was a voice vote to approve the annual town meeting agenda. So I'm going to propose that change to the February 22nd regular board meeting minutes. Are there any other items or proposed changes? Okay, hearing none, can I have a motion to approve both sets of minutes with the change that I proposed?
So move.
Moved by trustee Nierdowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Keenly. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. There are no presentations tonight. Under reports, Assessor Caroselli is not here. She is doing ongoing training down in Bloomington. She has her written report. I would suggest that if any members had questions for Assessor Caroselli, reach out to her directly. Clerk Bussey is not here. You have his report for current FOIA requests, filings, and other items related to the election, such as candidate proofing that was due at the county. If there's any questions for Clerk Bussey, I would ask that you reach out to him. Third elected official report, the Highway Commissioner. Art, the floor is yours.
I submitted my written report. I'd like to say, I guess, since the end of the winter plowing season.
Okay, yeah, it's,
Thank goodness.
thank goodness, absolutely. It's always a good sign. Have you started changing over all the equipment, or not yet?
We started to.
Started to? Great. Very good. Any questions for Art? Okay. All right. Under the supervisor's report, I will just say that in response to some criticism from a candidate that's running for township office related to the food pantry, I posted a letter to the editor with the Journal and Topics refuting the claims, the false claims made by Julie Mortensen. I'm bringing that up here because I think it's important for residents, taxpayers, and voters to understand what the food pantry does and how hard we work to deliver for all those in need. And so, like I said, I encourage folks to go out and read that. In addition, I bring that up to raise another issue. I received, not really a FOIA because it wasn't a request for documents, but a request from Julie Mortensen, who's been criticizing the food pantry. She had a question about why I do not wear masks at board meetings. Obviously, this hasn't been an issue for the past year, but with the election a few weeks away, she's looking for an issue to strike, to try to hit back on me on, and that's fine. It's the election. It's election silly season. That's how it goes. But I think it's important for individuals and like residents, taxpayers, voters to know what we've done at Elk Grove Township to help keep staff, elected officials, and our residents who come in to visit the building safe. We follow all COVID protocols, all CDC guidelines. When it comes, so the staff, anybody that comes into the building, we all follow those guidelines. When it comes specifically to board meetings, I will say, which this individual is conveniently leaves out, we as a township board have utilized technology to not only record board meetings and post them on YouTube so that those individuals can engage remotely, but we have gone the extra step and individuals can participate in our meetings in real time remotely. They don't have to be here. They can participate remotely. I will say that Ms. Mortensen has participated in our meetings remotely. We've provided that option. As you can see, board members who would like to participate remotely can do so. We've gone above and beyond to utilize technology to ensure that everybody can participate in township government in a safe way. For those elected officials and others that are participating here today, they know that I don't wear masks at board meeting. I will address why. But they know that they can participate remotely. They know that they don't have to come in, and they're adults. If they feel that they want to come into the board meeting, I treat them as adults, and they can do so if they choose. I don't wear a mask at board meetings because I do most of the talking at these meetings, just being the chair as the supervisor. If I wear a mask, it moves constantly. I have to touch my face. I don't want to touch my face for obvious reasons, right? That's one of the things that all of the experts tell us. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. And that's why I do not wear a mask at meetings. We do everything to keep people safe. We keep distance. We utilize technology. And hopefully that will suffice and we can get over the silly criticisms of the township, the false criticisms, and the political gamemanship after this. Fortunately, the election's in 2 weeks. We can move past that. So that's my report. Any questions? Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the elected officials' reports as presented?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
A second.
Seconded by trustee Keenly. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nuredowski.
Aye.
Trustee Graffia.
Aye.
Trustee Keenly.
Aye.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Moving on to correspondence, there is none. Old business, there is none. Under new business, item J, the only item is employee compensation. And so I wanted to bring a proposal to the board. This is the same proposal that we've used for the past several years when it comes to employee compensation. And that is if the board would allow our administrator, Paul Piak, and myself to do reviews of employees. And all employees would get a base 2% increase. In addition to that, a merit increase of up to 5%. And then anything above 5% would need board approval.
Do you want to clarify the 5%? That always comes up as a question regarding additional or total for 5.
I'm sorry, not additional, it's a total of 5. So it would be, everyone would have a base of 2%. An additional, I could award an additional 3%. But anything above the total of 5% would have to come before the board for additional approval. And I just wanted to open up to the board to see if that would be a sufficient way to go about handling employee compensation and reviews. And like I said, we have done that for a few years. I thought that might be the best way to continue to do that, but I'll open it up to anyone that'd like to have a comment or a question. Okay. Well, if there's no questions, is there any board member that would make a motion to approve that method of employee review and compensation?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Ingraffia. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by trustee Nuredowski. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Nuredowski.
Aye.
Trustee Graffia.
Aye.
Trustee Keenley.
Aye.
Supervisor Sweeney.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. We will initiate reviews and report back to the board. Okay, there's no executive session matters. If I could have a motion to adjourn, that'd be great.
I'll make the motion.
A motion was made by trustee Nuredowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Ingraffia. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.